But that's why, to me, it's about Anthony Davis, bro. LeBron is out. Russell Westbrook, say what you want, 19 points, 15 assists, just 3 turnovers in the game, okay? He didn't have a bad game at all, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was going to have a bad game because he started off with with a turnover for the game and 4 turnovers in the first half. I think they corrected one or whatever. But the point is 19 points, 15 assists, all right, on pretty good shooting, 40% from three-point range. That is not a bad night. You're Anthony Davis. People have talked about you being a top 5 player in the world. We have a 2-time league MVP, a defensive player of the year, and the reigning defending NBA champion, who is an NBA Finals MVP, step on the court directly against you and comes for you unapologetically. First 8 or 10 points were layups or dunks directly against Anthony Davis. And you respond so putridly? That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable because we look at LeBron. It's a change. And here's the deal. We have to acknowledge how shameful this is. LeBron is 36 going on 37 years of age. He is in his 19th season in the NBA. And the Lakers are on that basketball court walking around like, we need our brother to come save the day. It's like, damn, y'all supposed to be saving him. It ain't supposed to be the other way around. I'm just talking about fervor. I'm not talking about skill because we know that LeBron is on an elevated level. I'm talking about fervor. I'm talking about passion. I'm talking about a want-it mentality. Do you know, as we sit here this morning, the person that we look at right now as the lone dude that has gone out on the court every single night he's played and has looked like a guy that's coming for you is Taylor Horton Tucker, THT. That is the guy, 28, 25, 25, coming. Clearly worked on his game in the offseason. Clearly has elevated his game. What is he, about 20 years old? And this brother is coming. He's the one guy that's been on the Lakers that said, yo, I ain't having it. And he's coming for people. Anthony Davis, when healthy, we always throw the caveat of health. But when we look at his skill set, we say he's one of the top 5 players in the game of basketball. You know what we learned definitively last night? He does not belong in that conversation. Because when your mindset, and listen, I love Anthony Davis, but when your mindset and that thing inside your chest comes into question because a guy like Giannis said, I don't give a damn who you are. You ain't on my level, and I'm coming directly at you and directly for you. And the coaching staff has to get someone else to put on Giannis because you can't handle that challenge, and you are Anthony freaking Davis.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jag from Jaggy Sports. It is that time again. And yes, what can you say about the Los Angeles Lakers? Now, with the LA Lakers, they played the Milwaukee Bucks, and they lost by 8 points. Now, what are the biggest takeaway from that is Russell Westbrook had like 15 assists, something like that, 3 turnovers, so he played pretty well. But the biggest takeaway is Anthony Davis versus Giannis, and so he did not live up to that challenge, and Anthony Davis ended up with 18 points, Giannis with 47 points. Let's take a look at this clip. It's disgusting.
Let's talk about what the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis in particular with 47 points did to the now 500 Los Angeles Lakers tonight.
Spectacular performance by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Shameful performance by Anthony Davis. Bottom line is very, very simple. Giannis Antetokounmpo cannot tack the basket with that level of fervor, drop 47 on you, and you answer with 18 when you are supposed to be a superstar in this league. With or without LeBron James, you have to answer the call. And tonight, Anthony Davis did not answer the challenge that Giannis Antetokounmpo clearly threw in his direction.
As the only person up here that felt like the Lakers are still in contention, I understand where you guys are coming from. playing without LeBron James, it should not look this bad. And I agree with you. You want to see more out of Anthony Davis. It's not necessarily time to panic. But however, Wilbon said it earlier. Coming from the 6 hole, the 7 hole, the 8 hole in the Western Conference, you're not going to win the championship that way.
A lot of good teams out there. I'm going to focus on Milwaukee for a second. Sure. Chris Middleton, 0 for 5 coming back in the first half. 4 for 7 may not sound like much in the second half, but his presence was there. He was Chris Middleton again.
Yes.
You know, whether it was passing, rebounding, they've got to have that. Because you look at Milwaukee, I think people at home may be saying, wait a minute, they're not expressing the same sense of urgency about the Bucks. We're not. Because, I mean, they have a little lethargic stretches now. They're defending champions. They may not have the sizzle at this point of the season that people want them to have. But I think when they get Lopez back, they've got Middleton back now, I think you're going to see the Bucks play a much closer brand of basketball to what we saw last season.
And Connaughton, obviously, DiVincenzo, Grayson Allen to pick up
Bobby
him in the
Portis.
offseason.
Portis
They got a
in the
well-balanced
first
team.
half, yeah.
But they're a well-balanced team. They're a well-balanced champion.
Meanwhile, the Lakers are 500. They may get LeBron back on Friday night in Boston. We will be there.
So there you have it. Reactions from many NBA analysts and greats. And they all say the same thing. Like, you know, you cannot win a title like this and you're fully dependent on the actual greatness of LeBron James. But if you think about it, I hate to go here, but it has to be said. Anthony Davis betrayed LeBron James. Why do I say this? Because Anthony Davis was brought in to clean up house when LeBron James is out. Because obviously he's in his 19th season and he cannot carry a team like he did when he was like way younger. Like, you know what I mean? In his 5th or 6th season. He cannot do that no more. So Anthony Davis was supposed to be the call for LeBron James and clean up house because, you know, he did his thing. He became a superstar in the making. But his first year with the Lakers was awesome. Second year with the Lakers, destroyed by injuries. And now he is just not living up to that potential. He's not even a leader, honestly, because think about it. What kind of leader gets ejected? What kind of leader starts fights with his teammates on the bench? What kind of leader ends up letting a former MVP get 47 points on him and he only gets 18? So, you know, he's supposed to be that superstar, but he's not living up to his full potential. I don't know why, but I truly believe he betrayed LeBron James, and LeBron James was not hoping for that Anthony Davis to come out. He was hoping for another Anthony Davis to show up and destroy the whole league. He wanted that Anthony Davis before he told him to come to LA. Clearly that didn't happen. And the same thing you can say for Russell Westbrook. You know, Russell Westbrook did the same thing. Like, you know, he's supposed to give it all and whatnot and answer the call, but it's a bitter, sad state of affairs in LA. And you know, LeBron James makes his return to the Boston Garden this Friday, but they got a tall task because Boston Celtics ain't no joke, even though they're not playing as well as they should be. But this could be Dennis Schroeder's revenge game against the Lakers because he played there last season. But sticking to the topic, Anthony Davis betrayed LeBron James because he is not living up to his full potential, and you know, that is not the Anthony Davis that LeBron James wanted. LeBron James wanted the AD that just tore up the league and dominated the paint, and he's not dominating the paint this season, especially like tonight's game. Like, Anthony Davis should be getting 30-35 points a night, and he's nowhere close to that. So there you have it. You heard everybody saying that the greats are saying that the Lakers will not be championship material this season, and there's something needs to happen. I know LeBron James is coming back on Friday, but he's in his 19th season, so you cannot depend on that. The bench was horrible today, and yeah, Carmelo Anthony, he's 4 for 10 or something like that. Shot really bad, but it is what it is. Just know that Laker Nation, just know that the title hopes are becoming grim every single game that they play, because the once destroyer of the league, AD, is not AD anymore. And that's a full betrayal on LeBron James. That's all I gotta say. This is Jag Magnet for Jaggy Sports. It is that time, and yeah, tune into the Boston game on Friday when they play the Celtics and Dennis Schroeder's revenge game. So they are 8-8, could be 9-8, or it could be 8-10. Who the hell knows? Or 8-9. So who knows? Jag Magnet, Jaggy Sports.